Hi Capricorn, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for June 2016. This month I laid out the 5-card Rainbow Tarot spread for you using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get a reading with details pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This video is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Ascendant, and Capricorn Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. If you would like to look at your natal chart and see where your North Node is, I've also gotten some comments and emails from people inquiring about that and telling me they have watched their North Node and found it to be accurate for them. I cannot say for sure that's going to play out for all of you, but if you have a birth chart that you've had done, you could always check out, see where your North Node is, and watch the video that goes along with that and see what you think. I'd also like to say here, this is my 2nd year anniversary posting videos here on YouTube. And in honor of that, and the fact that this is the middle of the year, I am offering a mid-year Psychic Tarot reading for 2016, just like this one, with 5 cards, just like I did back in January when I did an expanded. I did 5 cards on YouTube and then 5 cards on Vimeo. I'm doing the same thing here again to give you additional insight and information, and hopefully it'll be helpful to you. And in those readings, I'm using the Aquarian Tarot deck. And you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the mid-year Psychic Tarot reading 2016 for each sign of the zodiac. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the Videos tab on my menu, and going to page 6, and it will be at the top of the page. You just find your sign and click on that, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I want to thank you so much for giving me a great 2 years here so far on YouTube, all your kind comments and kind emails, all the readings you've scheduled with me, and also all the videos you've purchased on Vimeo, and your kind emails and comments about how they've been helpful and accurate for you. I do appreciate that. It does mean a lot to me, so thank you for that. I am very grateful. So all that being said, Capricorn, now onto your reading for June 2016. The first card you have that shows up here is 7 of Rods. And the 7 of Rods is a card to me that symbolizes holding back negative forces and negative energy coming at you. You could also be closing the door on negativity completely, not just holding it back, but just shutting the door on it all the way. And rods do symbolize communications, often business and enterprise. So those could be the areas that are coming at you of a negative nature. I feel some of you are dealing with some people that are gossiping, backbiting, fighting, communication breakdowns. I get arguing. I hear you're like listening too much to, I'm not saying you're listening to it too much like you're purposely trying to do it. You may be having to listen to it because it's going on around you. I just hear like too many people stabbing each other in the back, backbiting, gossiping, and you having to listen to it. It really comes up strongly here. The guides are saying you want to take your ball and go home. You don't want to play in this playground anymore. You don't want to be in this situation or dealing with this circumstance anymore. I feel if this is a work-related situation, Capricorn, you may be feeling like you would really like to quit or leave. Or if you have the ability to do any work from home and not constantly be at the location where your work is, you may say, you know what, I don't like being around in this environment. Let me work from home 2 or 3 days a week. And you doing that. I feel for some of you, that's not going to be possible for all of you, obviously, but I do feel some of you, whatever the situation you're dealing with, you feel like it's too much, you're overwhelmed by it, you don't want to hear it anymore, it's bringing you down, it's depressing to you. For some of you, if this is not in a work-related situation, it could be family matters, family bickering or squabbling. You're not the first sign to get that for right now. So, it's interesting. I am recording this in May during Mercury in retrograde, and maybe there's miscommunication breakdown, but this reading is for June. And some of the signs I've read, it's really been going out further than June. I feel there's somebody around you that has their lofty ideas and ideals, and they've tried to put these principles on you. So somebody may be imposing their will at you or threatening you in some way, not like with big legal action or anything like that, but just being like imposing their will on you, feeling like they want to be dictatorial over you or judgmental or critical over things that you're doing. All that energy circles around this. I do feel that you're going to be making a stance against some family members or work, either one. So I see you drawing a line in the sand and standing up and saying, I'm taking a stance, this is my opinion, and this is how I'm sticking with it. I do see that coming up for some of you Capricorns. So the next card you have here in the layout is Three of Cups. Wow, one way to bounce from one thing to another. And Three of Cups is a card that symbolizes parties, gatherings, and celebrations. It could be you attending a party or a gathering. It could be you throwing the party or gathering or celebration. It can also indicate three sisters, could be three friends, could be something going on in springtime. I feel there is some family members that are mad at each other and kind of going at each other's throats, and I hear a tear down, a smack down, I get fighting. Wow, I'm going to say right here, I picked it up with 3 different signs this month, so you may all be interrelated. You may all be related to each other, or the situation maybe why it's coming up. But it's coming up here, even though it's a happy card. But, this is a general reading, so I have to keep listening. It may bring in more messages. I do feel there's somebody that wants to stop you or block you from what you're doing. They may have a big brother or a big sister syndrome, and I feel that they have a horrible attitude about something. They feel like they should be the boss. They feel like they should be entitled. They feel very dictatorial, and they're a little bit of, I don't know if I want to call them a drama king or queen, but somewhat, like, I don't know if in their mind they think they're being that way, but I feel like some of the moves they make are bold, and some of the things they say are bold, and their moves they make are bold, so that if you add up that, it sounds dramatic. So I feel you may be viewing that for some of you. I really feel in some cases here, sibling rivalry is taking a toll. I do feel this jeopardizes friendships or family relationships, or both. Some of you are actually going to be leaving some coworkers behind and traveling in different company. So you're either getting switched to another division, or you are being promoted or switched out to a different department. You could be leaving to go to another job, but it doesn't feel that way to me first. It feels more to me like you're relocating your office or your place of business, or you're moving within the company but just to someplace else, or you're working with new people. That is what traveling in different company comes up here. There is marriage proposal and an engagement in the offing here. I feel some of you, there's also somebody around you. I don't know if they're doing it to you, or not, but I feel like somebody is taking something else out on you or taking it out on somebody they shouldn't be taking it out on, and that's not really what the problem is. Like, they're really upset that their marriage fell apart, and then they're taking it out on their kids or their siblings or somebody that you're involved with or connected to. That comes up here through this card. So the next card you have is the marriage card, which has come up quite a bit in these June readings. You have the Four of Rods, and that means your wedding, or you're going to attend a wedding, or you're going to throw a wedding for somebody else, or this could indicate success coming to you in springtime. I do feel that you're seeking out some peace and quiet and a sanctuary. And I'm hearing my happy place, my sanctuary. So some of you are going to be creating one for yourself maybe at your home in a backyard garden setting. Maybe you're going to plant put a pond in and then have hammocks, or maybe you're putting in an in-ground pool or a pool, and that's going to be like your sanctuary. Some of you are purchasing or vacationing at some place that you feel like your sanctuary, but I really feel like you're making it yours somehow. So you're either buying a place or a place you already have that you own where you live. You're turning something into a sanctuary. That comes up here. I feel like some of you Capricorns are making yourselves over, like, maybe you're highlighting your hair, or you're doing your hair differently, or you've maybe lost a lot of weight, or you're doing body sculpting and bodybuilding or something, or you're running now, and you're like, I get like you yourself being highlighted, and that could also be your hair, because your hair does show up to me in this reading, but I'm also getting you could have changed your eye color. Maybe you got contacts that, maybe your eyes were, green and you wanted them to be blue, or, you wanted violet eyes. I mean, I don't know. It could be anything, but I get like, and I see you trimmer. So I do feel some of you Capricorns have recently lost weight, or you are in the throes of doing it now. I do feel some of you are getting invited to attend a wedding where I'm hearing the words apologies accepted. Now you're invited. So I feel like there may be some hatchet that gets buried between you and a cousin, or you and a family member, you and an aunt. I don't know what the circumstance will be, but that some hatchet gets buried between you and someone in your family, because I do feel it's a family wedding, that then you are invited and you're going to go. So that also comes up here with this Four of Rods. I do feel if you're a single Capricorn, you are going to be focusing on meeting the right person and wanting to settle down if you're single. And I see you focusing on also wanting to stabilize your finances. So I'm not saying you don't want to just do it for love. Like, I'm not saying love isn't in the picture here. I do see you thinking about, though, like that would be a good bonus, because you would like to have having somebody else in the picture and having joint finances would definitely stabilize your life, their life. So that practicality, I'm sorry, Capricorn, I know you always get mad at me about love, where's romance for Capricorn? I do feel that you're going to start, if you haven't been focusing on it, that you're going to. But I do see that practical side about wanting to stabilize your finances. I'm sorry, it comes up. So here, the Seven of Pentacles, here is a money card and a work-related card. You had to have at least one, Capricorn. You hadn't had any yet. So here's your work-related card and money-related card of your June reading. And here you have Seven of Pentacles, which is being tired and exhausted of your hard work and efforts and labors, but gaining financial gain and rewards from your hard work and efforts. I feel if you're working for a business or a company that you are going to be breaking bread and having business luncheons, dinners, meetings, and conferences with new people, new clients, or joining forces with, I feel like it's like client based, like it's somebody, your business or company is going to make money from or with, and you're going to be part of these meetings, lunches, or whatever. That is coming up here. I do feel some of you Capricorns are getting some pay raise that you're going to feel is pretty sweet. So if you are a working Capricorn, I do see a pay raise and an increase for you in your salary. That is coming up, I feel, between now, I'm recording this on May 10th, and the end of July. So I feel like it's all through the month of May and into the month of July that this was a possibility for you. But timing is going to be all over the place. Oh, some of you may be telling me that you got it, a year from now. I don't know. But it's coming up in this reading. I do feel that you're going to be doing a lot of entertaining yourself or party going. You're either going to be having a lot of barbecues, backyard events, inviting people over to do things where you are, or you are going to be really mixing it up and getting involved in attending them, or both. Because entertaining, and you being entertained comes up here through this card, which is funny because it's a tired and working card. I feel if there's been any legalities that have slipped through the cracks or slipped through people's fingers, it is going to be re-examined and reinvestigated again. And I feel for many of you, it is connected to you either through your family and personal life, or it's the business you own or the company you work for. It doesn't matter. Some way or another, in family, work, or your own business, there's some legalities that sifted through the cracks and that is going to get reinvestigated and looked at. I do feel you're going to be relieved about it because you're going to end up knowing the true story. So I'm not seeing you freaking out about it. Just know that. So the last card you have here in your reading for June 2016, Capricorn, is the Hermit. And the Hermit is a card that symbolizes spiritual guidance, spiritual protection. It's your spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the way to go. It can also be you being the hermit, where you take a step back and get a lay of the land before you proceed forward. But even when you proceed forward, you're being spiritually guided by your spirit guides. I do feel something is done and now you can move on with your life. Some kind of game that was being played or some kind of raucous situation that was going around, it is going to get resolved. It is good because I hear game done. Now I can move on with my life. That is how they're phrasing it. If there's anybody that you have had a big rift with, a sibling, especially a brother keeps coming up to me over and over again in my head, or a brother-in-law, but that's not going to be the case for all of you. I do feel that a rift gets settled, that a dispute or rift gets settled, and I get that you will be sitting down to a table and breaking bread, eating with them again. Like if you thought, I am never going to be in their presence again, or I would never sit at the same table with them, or be with them, I feel like something changes and you will actually have that happen. For some of you, you may experience this around the time of 4th of July or some holiday type of gathering. Could be Memorial Day picnics, 4th of July. I apologize if you live in another country and you don't celebrate these events, but that would be the end of May. The other one would be at the beginning of July. Here's another possibility. Could be at a Father's Day, dinner or brunch. It could even be as far out as Thanksgiving, which is in November. So it just is going to play out differently for each one of you Capricorns, where this event is that I see family gathered around a table, and this person, I feel like they're sitting across from you directly too, either right next to you or I really feel they're across from you, but you're looking right at them, or catty corner. I feel you thought that was never, ever going to happen again. So I don't feel like you're perceiving it negatively, but it is quite odd, I feel, for you. I feel like you're having this as like, I'm surprised I'm sitting here situation going through your head. I do feel that you're going to make a friend that has a lot of money, or you already have the friend that has a lot of money. And I feel that the two of you are going to be traveling together. But I feel this is traveling together for entertainment purposes. Like, oh, let's go overseas and, spend 3 days in Paris. Let's go to, the outback of Australia for 12 days and, ride around in Jeeps. I mean, who knows? I don't know what you're going to do with this person, but I feel this doesn't really feel romantic to me, although it could turn to that. I just feel it's definitely somebody that feels like a friendship there, and there's money, you have it, they definitely have it, and traveling, circling around it, and really going far. I don't feel like just little trips. Like if you live in the United States and you live in New Jersey like I do, you're going to California. I mean, that's the feeling. If you're in the same country, you'd be traveling far together, or outside of your country even comes up more strongly. So, wow, you had a very kind of interesting, little confusing reading there, Capricorn. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do appreciate that. Please be sure to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post my mid-month Psychic Tarot updates and my monthly Psychic Tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac. Also, please be sure to follow me on Facebook at The Lucky Mermaid LLC. I do post predictions there and other things that may be of interest to you that you won't be able to see here on YouTube. And also to follow me on Twitter at The Lucky Mermaid. If you would like to get another reading of 5 cards just like this for the mid-year of 2016 Psychic Tarot reading, Capricorn, please click on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for mid-year Psychic Tarot reading 2016 for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the Videos tab on my menu. Go to page 6 now, on page 6. And at the top of the page, you will see the heading Mid-Year Psychic Tarot Reading for each sign of the zodiac. You just click on your sign and it will take you to those videos. I want to thank you so much for all of your kind comments. You've made it a great, great, fantastic 2 years for me here on YouTube. I do truly appreciate it. All your nice comments, all your kind emails, all the readings that you've scheduled with me and continue to schedule with me on and are waiting on my wait list. I know many of you are, and I truly appreciate that, and also your purchases on Vimeo. That means so very much to me. I'm very appreciative of that. Do not think I take it lightly. So thank you so much. I wish you an amazing month of June, Capricorn, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.